Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, the one to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to you sincere laborers out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty to help further seal the elect. Alright, and I just want to, this is a topic that's already been touched on many times by the elders of Great Millstone to the brothers, under the apostles on down to the average brothers like me. Alright. Well, anyways, Kanakla from GMS Temple 07. Alright, GMS RI. Alright, and I want to get on this topic about you got people saying that all 12 tribes are negroes, alright, or so-called negroes, with woolly hair, dark skin, alright, and that is completely false according to the scriptures, and I'm just going to pull out a few precepts and do some post-production and kind of, for you hopeful brothers that's out there party elect that's having some kind of difficulty accepting that some Israelites are going to look like so-called white people, Chinese people, going to look like so-called Samoans, Africans, even so-called Jews, all right, and just like I said, I'm getting to some post-production, and I'm going to bring out a few precepts, to furthermore prove to you that not all 12 tribes are going to look like Negroes, and not all 12 tribes are Negroes. This is Numbers 1 verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees, meaning their lineage, after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. Alright, so that precept Numbers 1 and 18, it tells you that the lineage goes by your father. Alright, so your father plants the seed. No matter if your father plants the seed in a African woman, an Asian woman, or a white woman, the genealogy and the lineage is determined by your father. Alright, such as Blake Griffin. Alright, his father was a so-called Negro, okay, and he planted his seed in a white woman, therefore brought forth like a Blake Griffin. Then Blake Griffin planted his seed into a so-called white woman that looks like a white woman. Who knows? Maybe she is, maybe she isn't, but she looks like a so-called white woman. Now, his child looks like a white woman, all right? And according to that scripture, Numbers 1 and 18, that child, according to it said, we determined their lineage, their pedigrees by their fathers. So according to the law, according to the scriptures, that child is still the Israelite, okay? No matter the appearance, the outward appearance on that child is still the Israelite. All right. This is First Ezra, chapter 8, verse 70. But both they and their sons have married with their daughters, and the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. So a strange people might be Israelite, a Moabite, a Hamite, an Ishmaelite, all right? And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity. It says, for they and their fathers have mixed the holy seed with the strange people, okay? So no matter where you plant your seed at, it's still going to be Israelite. That lineage, okay, is still going to carry on onto the nation of Israel, all right? So we can't focus on the outward appearance. People saying, it's Edomites in the camp of Great Millstone, all right? Speaking straight blasphemy, okay? This is Jeremiah 12, verse 9. My heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble, all the beasts of the field, come to devour. All right. But the point in that scripture is my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. Okay, a speckled bird have different spots all over it, white, black spots. I've seen a speckled pigeon before, and it's multicolor, so to say. And like I said, it's not really much to this. I can go in and bring out a boatload of precepts, but this is plain and simple. To those that have ears to hear, ears of understanding. All right, I'm gonna just probably bring out one more precept, maybe two more. This is Acts 2 verse 5. And there dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under the heaven. Okay, so the script we read in Numbers 1 and 18 that the lineage is determined by your forefathers. By your father. Okay, so it says Jews dwelling in every nation under heaven, devout men. So those men and all those men, of course, they're gonna reproduce. So let's see what nations they were under. It says, now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language. And they were all amazed, marveling, saying one to another, behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? Okay. And how are every man in our own tongue whereby we were born? Corinthians, the Medes, the Elamites. So you're gonna have Israelites looking like Elamites. Okay. Devout men. So you got devout men that might have spread in their seed in Elamites. Okay. The dwellers of Mesopotamia. Okay. Still in the Middle East, Judea, Cappadocia, Pontus, and Asia. Okay. Phrygia, Pamphylian, Egypt, and in the parts of Libya, Cyrene, strangers of Rome, Jews, and proselytes. Okay, so, and excuse my pronunciation of those countries. It's lucky. But like I said, it's a simple video. I don't want to go in too hard on this, but hey, it said devout men out of every country. All right, so those men are going to spread their seed, and according to that Numbers 1 and 18, I think it's 1 and 18. It says that they determined their pedigrees by their father. All right. Get one more scripture, and I'm gonna close out. These Numbers, almost like Revelations 5 and 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us by the Most High, by the blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. All right, so you got a brother that looks like got the complexion of Edomite, or he looks like a Moabite. Okay, doesn't necessarily mean that he's a heathen. Okay. And with that being said, some of you Negroes, you so-called Negroes out there, some of you Negroes are terrorists. Okay. Same thing goes for the other nations. If a so-called white man planted his seed in a black woman, okay, and he had a son, and he left that slave descendant of him, and he left it amongst the slaves, okay, and then that his child, the so-called white man's child, which is already of a caramel complexion, okay, he goes then and has a baby from a slave, a so-called Negro woman, dark-colored woman. That complexion is going to come back, okay, it's going to come back darker, okay, then bam, then it goes on and on and on. So now you have tares sown within the wheat. So you can have a so-called Negro in your camp. Oh no, he's an Edomite. All right, so we can't go by we can't go by complexion and outward appearance, okay? Because we got to go by the spirit. This thing is spiritual, okay? You got some people with complexions of Edomites that got more flavor than dark skinned dudes with woolly hair. Okay, this is a spiritual thing, all right? Like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Shemi Awashai, double honor to the elder apostles of Green Millstone, and salutations to you sincere laborers out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. Shalom.